Hello guys, welcome to InfoChess. So in this video, you will be watching the fourth opening principle known as Benko Gambit, which I already said in previous video that this is the child of the parent Benoni defense. So I hope you have watched the other three opening principles, that is Albin counter gambit, Benoni defense, and the Alethein's defense thoroughly and clearly. And if you have any doubts or queries, please do ask in the comment section so that I come to know that you are very much interested in this opening series and you are learning it with great passion. So I am sure that I can respond to these queries as soon as possible, as quickly as possible. So I hope you are ready with your pen, pencil and a notebook to understand this opening principle. So let's start the defense. So as we said, the game starts with d4, knight to f6, c4, c5, d5. So as I said in previous video, this setup is known as Benoni setup because after he plays e6, it converts into modern Benoni. So now here Black simply transforms the game into Benko Gambit by playing b5, and now White simply grabs the extra pawn available to him, it is c into b5. Now a6, again he captures the extra pawn available to him, it is b into a6. Now Black usually captures the pawn by his bishop into a6, and now you can see that advantage of the White in this position is that since he lost his queenside majority, because you can see both the a file and the b file are very much open for his rook and his knight and the bishop and the queen itself to attack on the queen side and eventually change the game in any time. So that is why since the Black captured the queen side majority, he wants to simply capture the centralized space by playing e4, or he can play f4 or f3 and knight to e2 and bishop to g6, bishop to g2 in the near future. So the advantage of this position for Black is that the open file of A and B file gives Black the very powerful and long-lasting queen initiative and long-lasting positional pressure, which may eventually make the White to improve further on. So, but as it theory developed, this has eventually proven wrong for Black, and if he plays with absolutely no error, there is only a chance of drawing the game, but he never have a chance of winning here, because after he plays knight to c3, he plays d6 and now e4 and initiated to grab the centralized space, and now as he thought, he plays g6 and now knight to f3, bishop to g7. Now there are so many chances. White can simply capture the bishop, rook capture, and rook can capture it, or can either cancel it, but after capturing can cancel it. So that is why this will slightly result in an equalist position. So this is the mainline variation of the Benko Gambit. So there is a slight other two variations of the mainline itself, that is after he plays like b5, if he captures the pawn at b5, if he plays a6, he can either leave the pawn as it is and play knight to c3, and if he captures the pawn at b5 square, then he can play like f3 now to develop his pawn to e4 square. If he plays like b4, he can play knight to b5 and simply grab the initiative, because after if he plays queen to something like b6, he can simply play pawn to e4, protecting this knight and also making this knight to sit in such a square that he have a better chance of forking the Black king and the rook in the near future. So this will also be a slight advantage for White than the Black kings, even though having the two stronger pawns and an open file for his rook. So this is the one variation of his gambit. So other variation is that after he plays an a6, he can either push his pawn to b6 square, making his queen to come and capture the pawn at b6 square. But after he captures the pawn at b6 square, he can simply play again the same words, knight to c3, and he can play bishop to b7, and I can play knight to f3 in the near future of bringing this pawn to e4 square and bringing this bishop in a very active role. So that is why this Benko Gambit Main and other variations are slightly this and that for black and to white also. But in the mainline variation that you saw, it may be both equal and maybe also give an advantage to white, it also give advantage to black, because black has a very good advantage of open files, but white doesn't have any chances. You have to just develop the pieces one by one and then grab hold on central space. So but in the previous variation which I saw, which I showed you, that had a very good chances for white, because his knight was in such a square at b5 square in such a square that it can control the both c7 square and the a7 square. Can also come back to a3 square if we root threatens the rook at a1 square. So that is why the previous variation is very much accepted. So that's it guys from this mainline variations of the Benko Gambit. So in the other video, on the next video, I will be showing the last 3 variations of the Benko Gambit, which is very much far apart from the previous from the variation which I showed you today. I hope you will understand this Benko Gambit very much thoroughly, and if you have any doubts, please do ask in comment section so that I can respond to it. Until then, please subscribe my video, like the video, share the video, and please promote my channel so that it can give me a very big booster of confidence, so that it may make me feel that someone is benefiting from my videos. So that is why I am asking you to subscribe the channel, like the videos and share the video. So until then, have a great learning. All the very best.